and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the negative impacts of social media. It's a little late. It's the morning though. Better late than never. So basically, here's some background information. Social media has become an integral part of our lives, especially for the younger generation. However, it has also brought several negative impacts, including addiction, cyberbullying, the spread of false information, and mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The harmful effects of social media are not limited to individuals, but also extend to society as a whole. For example, the spread of misinformation and fake news can negatively impact public opinion on how important issues and influence election outcomes. Here's some history on the issue. The rise of social media began in the early 2000s, and with it came a whole new set of challenges for individuals and society. Initially, the primary purpose of social media was to connect people and share information. However, over time, it evolved into a platform for businesses, influencers, and even political groups to spread their messages. As a result, social media has become a significant force that can influence opinions and behaviors, leading to several negative outcomes. Alrighty, for public opinion, various points of view about how the public sees the issues exist. Some people believe that social media has brought positive change to society, while others argue that it has caused more harm than good. Recent polls indicate that the majority of people are aware of the negative impacts of social media, and many believe that social media addiction is a real problem. There's a strong public support for addressing the negative impacts of social media. A recent poll conducted by the Pew Research Center found that 64% of adults believe that social media has a mostly negative effect on society. Alrighty, what does this have to do with political parties and what do they say? So basically, the issue of social media's negative impacts has gained attention from both political parties. Both Democrats and Republicans have expressed concerns about the harmful effects of social media. Several pieces of legislation have been proposed in Congress to address the issue, including social media addiction reduction technology, long for SMART Act, and the Deceptive Experiences to Online Users Reduction Detour Act. Legislation. Several pieces of legislation have been introduced in Congress and address the negative impacts of social media. The SMART Act aims to provide users with tools to control their social media use, while the Detour Act seeks to prohibit large online platforms from using deceptive tactics to keep their users engaged. Alrighty, some court cases. Several court cases have dealt with the issue of social media's negative impacts, including a lawsuit against Facebook for failing to protect users' data, and another against Twitter for allowing foreign entities to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. That one was huge. What do the states got to do with it? The states across the country are also taking steps to address the negative impacts of social media. Many have passed laws to protect their children from cyberbullying, and some have implemented guidelines for social media use in schools. Texas. In Texas, state legislators passed a law in 2019 that requires school districts to adopt policies regarding the use of electronic devices, including social media, on school property. The law aims to prevent cyberbullying and promote responsible social media use among students. Leadership. The use of social media's negative impact is being addressed by all levels of government, including the public, states, and federal government. Media. The issue of social media's negative impact has received significant coverage in recent years. News outlets have covered stories related to social media addiction, cyberbullying, and the spread of false information. What's the benefit of the media coverage? The media coverage has helped raise awareness about the negative impacts of social media and put pressure on social media companies to take action to address the issue. What are some interest groups? Several interest groups are involved in addressing the negative impacts of social media, including child safety activists, mental health organizations, and privacy groups. So, what do I have to say about this? Me personally, I believe that there's certainly an issue with social media. Looking at my own screen time, I noticed that I spend an unhealthy amount of time on social media apps such as TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. I wouldn't be It wouldn't be so bad if these apps weren't designed to make you addicted to them and only show you information that you like, but they are. Social media has become a platform for capitalism and consumerism to arouse the minds of children and even adults. There are times where I try to minimize my time on social media, but I can't. I become anxious and immediately go back to scrolling. This is called nomophobia, a psychological condition where people have a fear of being detached from mobile phone connectivity. And to be honest, I want to lose my phone addiction, even if it means more legislation regarding slash jeopardizing data privacy and screen time. I think something worthy of mentioning is the TikTok, the stuff that's going on with Congress right now, kind of banning TikTok. TikTok, it is certainly addicting, and I think more legislation wouldn't hurt. And yeah, I really want to get less addicted to my phone because it really brings down your low self-esteem sometimes. You find yourself comparing yourself online to others and just receiving false news and just it kind of messes up your mind. Alrighty, now for Seth's opinion.